NEURO Linguistic Programming Series. Money and success is spiritual. As a man thinks, so is he. This statement, as a man thinketh, so is he, is from the Bible, book of Proverbs. Proverbs 23:7. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. James Allen, an American success literary psychologist, popularized this saying when he wrote the book As a Man Thinketh and was able to expound on its application to daily living. Is that the whole truth? What this statement simply means is that whatsoever you see around a man is a function of his thoughts, that is, inner unseen spiritual life. Some people have argued that this is not 100% correct because there are things that happen to them that they were not thinking about. What they don't understand is that they only take cognizance of only their conscious thoughts. There exists a realm of subconscious, unconscious, and superconscious thoughts inside a man and are responsible for 88% of happenings around him. Other thought life or levels. Your heart beating, your breathing, your habits are product of the inner lives you are not even aware of or conscious of. The thought pattern of the people around you have great effect on you. What will happen to a child, an employee, a commuter is dependent on the thought pattern of the parents, boss, public transport driver, and Satan, which they are not even aware of. What about the thoughts of God towards you? All these have impact on your life and you are not even aware of it. Types of thought or thinking. Conscious thoughts that you are aware of and is going on in the frontal lobe of your brain determines your voluntary actions. That is, if you want to go to a place or you want to travel, you've thought about it, then you begin to take steps towards your journey. That is, you are conscious of the thought and it determines your voluntary action. Subconscious thoughts that goes on in the limbic system of your brain that determines your emotion, memory, habits, and involuntary autonomic movements in your body by breathing and habit is the second type of thought or thinking. It is this subconscious thought process that determines your heart beating, for example, and your breathing. When you are sleeping, this mind or thought process that is subconscious is still active, while your conscious thought process is quiet. Now, the third type of thought is the unconscious thought or the thought of other beings around you that affect things that are happening around you. And the fourth kind of thought is the superconscious thought of God, or Him we call the universe or infinite intelligence towards you. You are a product of your habits. Your habits is the physical manifestation of your conscious and subconscious thinking, which are the only realm of thoughts personal to you, and it is your voice in the universe. The unconscious thought life is the voice of other created beings, while the superconscious thought is the voice of God towards you. Voices. Paul told us in the Bible that there are many voices in the universe and they determine what happens to you. You see that in the Bible in 1 Corinthians chapter 14 verse 10. There are, it may be, so many voices in the world and none of them is without signification. What happens to you is a function of whether your voice habit is heard by other unconscious and superconscious voices in the universe, and your voice or habits is permitted to effect creation on earth or in the universe. Interaction of voices. Your habits or voice, which is a product of interaction of your conscious and subconscious thought life, interact with other unconscious and superconscious voices before the seat of judgment or the gate or the soul of the universe to determine what happens to you and around you. The soul of the universe, the seat of judgment. God is the soul of the universe and he rules over us. All voices are presented before him and are given permission to prevail if they meet certain criteria. The criteria for your voice habits to be heard, that is allowed to effect creation on earth. Firstly, your voice and habit must be unbroken, that is your conscious thought and subconscious thought must be the same. This is called belief. Jesus said, all things are possible to him that believeth. This is a very powerful statement. Some of us say one thing or the other, but deep in us, in our subconscious and our nation, we mean another thing. And that is why we don't get answer or our voice is not heard. Let's look at Matthew chapter 9 verse 23 from the Bible. Jesus said unto him, if thou canst believe, all things are possible in that believeth. Now the second criteria is that your belief must align with the will of the universe, that is the superconscious mind of God. John said, when we ask anything according to God's will, we have the answer 100% or all the time. You see that in 1 John chapter 5 from verse 14 to 15. And this is the confidence we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us. And if we know that he hears us, whatever we ask, we know that we have the petition that we desire of him. What this means is that our voice or habit must be in alignment with our welfare and the welfare of the universe. When the second criteria is met, it gives birth through hope. Ask and it shall be given. Jesus said we must ask and it will be given. When we seek, we shall find, and when we knock, it will be opened. That is in Matthew chapter 7 from verse 7 to 11. Ask and it shall be given you, seek and ye shall find, knock and it shall be opened unto you. For everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be opened. Or what man is there of you whom his son ask bread? Will he give him a stone? Or if he ask a fish, will he give him a serpent? If ye then being evil know how to give good gift unto your children, how much more shall your Father which is in heaven give good things to them that ask him? Asking plus seeking plus knocking equals your habitudes. At this level, we are replacing the word habit with attitude, which is your habit and attitude towards life. Attitude are the expression of your habits on the universe. Hope maketh not ashamed. When there is hope, we begin to speak at both we begin to speak both consciously and unconsciously. This is law of attraction. Like thoughts or habits, like minds are attracted to us to form a mega mind or mastermind. The process of forming the mastermind is called faith, because you have begun to give actions to hope. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1 says, now faith is substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. When you begin to act on the hope that you have gotten, then you begin to express faith. Paul said, hope will never fail, that is, will never put you to shame. Romans chapter 5 verse 5 says, and hope maketh not ashamed, because the love of God is shed abroad in our hearts by the Holy Ghost, which is given to us. Without faith. What told us without faith, that is giving action to our hope, it is impossible to please the universe or create anything. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that word of them that diligently seek him. Nothing can be withheld from them. When the mastermind is formed, a watershed in creation has been reached. The thoughts forming the mastermind will be physically given representation on earth or the universe. We see this in the creation of the Tower of Babel in the Bible, Genesis chapter 11 verse 6. And the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do. God is saying that even he himself cannot stop masterminds that have been formed to effect creation on earth. The only way you stop them from building Babel is to scatter and dissolve the mastermind by scattering their tongue, and therefore their thought cannot be united again. So when we have formed mastermind, when we have attracted large minds together, and our thought is in line with the universe, then nothing can be withheld from us that we have desired. Process of creation. From Microsoft to Google to Facebook to great buildings like Burj Khalifa, even creations of aircraft, ships, levitation trains are product of creative imagination of masterminds acting in unison. Only masterminds have enough power to make their voices heard in the universe to effect creation on earth. How to change your life? Changing your life. To change the current unwanted happenings of sickness, poverty and failure around you, the place to begin is to reprogram your conscious and subconscious mind to change your habit from that of a failure and scarcity mentality to that of abundance and possibilities. Your habits attract like minds. That is why to succeed, it is natural to create enemies and make new friends. Friends with old thinking pattern become enemies as they notice the changes and start criticizing you. The new habits attract new friends that can see what you are becoming. When the like minds interact, they form mega minds or masterminds that effect the needed changes in your life. Your mastermind group, the Commonwealth. To succeed in life and prosperous, you cannot and will never do it alone. That you are born into a family is the way the universe is teaching you this simple truth. When God created the universe, He called the Elohim together to create the universe and effect man creation. Jesus did not start His ministry until He called in the 12. Your success is a function of your mastermind group. Two things that determine your success in the next 5 years. The books and information you are exposed to that are programming or reprogramming your mind. The people you surround yourself with, your mastermind. To be wise, work with the wise. To be rich, work with the rich. Money is actually spiritual. The money you attract is a function of how your masterminds have effectively solved human or universe problem. It's a way the universe is saying thank you to you. The tree that brings good food will be pushed to produce more, but the tree that brings bad food will be uprooted. Dangote is rich today because he and his mastermind group, his workers, build factories that produces goods that meet our need. Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, and the likes of them are rich because the universe is saying thank you to them for solving human problems. Poverty. Poverty is a product of parasitic and beggarly living, a result of scarcity mentality that hoard natural, mental, and human resources given by the universe in abundance instead of utilizing them to produce more and better answer to human needs. Poverty of people and nations are a result of scarcity mentality. Wealth and money. Wealth and money is a result of abundance and possibility mentality. Money is a way of the universe saying thank you to you because you are an asset for solving human problems and making the universe a better place to live. Lessons and what to do. Reprogram your conscious and subconscious thinking from poverty and scarcity mentality to that of abundance and possibility thinking. You can start by joining the mastermind group. Once your thinking begins to change, law of attraction sets in. As old friends become enemies and new association is added to lead you through the master omega mind principle to a place of success. You have to be ready to break the old alliance of poverty and failure and form a new mastermind omega mind of wealth and abundance. Finally, money is truly spiritual, attracted by changing your thought life or the way you think consciously and subconsciously. Thank you.